A Venezuelan opposition activist gave the Nobel Peace Prize. She was awarded last month to President Trump at their private meeting at the White House, telling Fox's Rachel Campos-Duffy.
I decided to present the Nobel Peace Prize medal on behalf of the people of Venezuela.
The president thanked Machado in a Truth Social post, calling it a wonderful gesture of mutual respect.
Still, President Trump is not pushing for Machado to leave Venezuela. Instead, he and senior administration officials say they are working well with Venezuela's interim president, Delcy Rodriguez, who served as vice president under Nicolas Maduro before his capture by the U.S. earlier this month.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House, where Fox's Aisha Hasni also has an update on potential U.S. action the president has threatened over Iran's deadly crackdown on protests.
We are learning from military sources that the U.S. is sending at least one aircraft carrier to that region right now. Meanwhile, Axios is reporting that the director of Israel's spy agency, Mossad, flew in today to the U.S. for talks with White House envoy Steve Witkoff about Iran.
Now to Minneapolis, where protests raged again last night, angry over recent ICE-involved shootings. They clashed with federal officers who used tear gas. And Fox's Matt Finn reports from Minneapolis.
Immigration agents are doing targeted enforcements and traffic enforcements all around the city. It's happening pretty much all day long. And a lot of time, those agents are met with protests and agitators. The backdrop to all that, at the same time, the established protest location is that federal facility that ICE is using as a detention center.
In the protest Wednesday night, 2 federal vehicles were broken into, body armor, weaponry stolen. The FBI has a reward up to $100,000 for info leading to arrest and recovery of what was stolen. Director Kash Patel says a gang member has been taken into custody. America's listening to Fox News.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
While President Trump keeps trying to work out a peace plan to stop Russia's war, it's becoming a long, cold winter in Ukraine.
Ukraine's newly appointed energy minister says they have fuel supplies for more than 20 days, but the situation is difficult. President Volodymyr Zelensky declared an energy emergency earlier this week. Energy Minister Denis Shmyhal says there's not a single power plant in the country that Russia has not attacked. And in some cities and regions, winter preparations have failed. Near the front line of the war, in freezing temperatures, thousands of homes have been without electricity and heating for days. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
A newspaper that reports on the U.S. military is going to be under more military control.
Congress passed a law in 1994 meant to protect Stars and Stripes' independence from editorial interference. Pentagon spokesman Sean Parnell on social media says it's changing the paper's coverage to focus on things like weapon systems, fitness, and lethality, no more what the statement calls woke distractions. And the Pentagon says it will generate half of Stars and Stripes' content. About half the paper's budget comes from the military. The rest comes from selling ads, subscriptions, printing services, and merchandise. The first Stars and Stripes was published during the Civil War. It's been published steadily since World War II, read primarily by members of the military and their families stationed around the world. Chris Foster, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed, up for the NASDAQ, down a bit for the Dow. There's baseball news. The defending World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers, with the biggest major league payroll by far, make it even bigger.
The first team in a quarter century to win consecutive World Series is gunning for a third title in a row. 1 month since the Dodgers added all-star closer Edwin Diaz, and roughly a month ahead of spring training, the Los Angeles Dodgers agreed to sign the most coveted free agent this year in former Astros right fielder Kyle Tucker, who spent last season with the Cubs. Tucker has agreed to sign a 4-year contract with the Dodgers worth $240 million.
That's Jared Max. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. University of Illinois Campus Recreation set a study on potentially renovating the campus ice arena complete after students voted to keep the 95-year-old facility alive 2 years ago. Justin Peterson, executive director of Campus Recreation, said the study was done by a group of architects and ice arena experts. Champaign-Urbana gearing up for its 10th annual Restaurant Week, running January 30th through February 7th. Organizers say the event's grown from just 17 restaurants a decade ago to more than 60 this year, offering everything from desserts to farm-to-table menus. Health officials warning residents flu activity surging across Champaign County with influenza, a driving spike in hospitalizations. Champaign-Urbana Public Health reports rising emergency room visits and statewide flu activity now considered high. Officials urging residents to get updated flu and COVID boosters, noting it takes about 2 weeks to become fully effective. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim. ESPN 93.5 and a good Friday morning. It is Friday, January 16. Woke up to
we've got our Cardinal Caravan.
The Cardinal Caravan, but I woke up to a little dusting. And
yes, we did.
At least it was the kind I could get the big old broom out.
Yeah, kind of heavier.
And just a big broom is what I got. The kind you sweep a garage with.
And probably less than an inch, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say less than an inch, I'm sure.
Yeah. Half quarter to maybe 3/4 inch. You can always plug in or use the battery operated not snow blower, but the leaf blower. Sometimes I see people doing that.
That would work. That snow would work.
Top of the car pickup.
Once you back into it, though, then it gets crusty. So I didn't want to.
Yeah. So you got to kind of, tipsy toe out there, get it blown off the cars, whatever, and then blow it down the driveway.
The neighbors would have thought of my blower at 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
so.
that's right.
Yeah. Anyway, Greg,
I think the flamethrower. I've seen people do a flamethrower down their driveway.
That sounds a little.
They have.
No,
that melt the snow.
That's a thing with weeds.
Wow.
People are they're burning the weeds.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard that. Oh yeah, I've heard that.
I think a
little jolt. Yeah.
I think that's part like Rambo. I just think it's a psychological thing where you want get rid of that. It's just frustration that is built for years on the. Whatever the thing is that grows and sticks your fingers when you try and pull it.
Thistle.
Thistle. The thistle. Yes. Okay. Right. Well, there's a baseball signing. Kyle Tucker, who was with the Cubs.
He'll be 29 tomorrow.
He just signed for a measly $240 million for 4 years.
4-year deal.
I thought he was a good player. I did not think he was Of course, Ohtani.
A great player.
Ohtani got.
He's a little injury prone, though.
Well, he was hurt for the whole month of September with the Cubs.
That's right.
Yeah,
but I mean,
in June as well, he was hurt too. Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani got $800 million.
Yeah. And so what is that? 60 mil, 4 years, right? 240.
240 for Tucker.
Yeah.
But dare I say, Shohei might be worth that because if you win World Series, what are they worth? What are they worth? A lot.
Good. Yeah. That's
anyway,
right.
Shohei's off the charts, but I thought Kyle Tucker was a good player. Nice player. Now, according to my calculations...
You know who's out there still intriguing from a Cubs standpoint? Cody Bellinger.
Yeah,
that's right.
Who's going to sign him? I think the Bergman was their big spend.
Right?
So
yeah, I think so. Yeah. It'll be
anymore.
Moises Ballesteros as your DH and Zaya Suzuki and right, I believe.
Well, we got our Cardinal Red on today.
Yes, we do.
And so we will be at the Hilton Garden Inn. Doors open at 11, and then the players will start the show at noon.
Mm-hmm.
Benji Molina.
Is Wilson Contreras still with the team?
Nope.
No.
And neither is Nolan Arenado.
One of our caravans, too.
Wilson Contreras?
What? No.
No.
Okay, sorry.
He was never.
Arenado's gone. They traded him.
Arenado traded to Arizona. Yeah. It's called, here's $31 million to the Diamondbacks if you'll take this guy off my hands.
And he gets to play in the air conditioning now in the dome.
Well, there you go. So. That was where
half the season.
That's where Jacob Hurtubise made his debut when we flew out there on a day's notice to see him make his debut out in Arizona. Yeah, it is very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so no Nolan Arenado. I wonder if they'll put Nolan Gorman at third base.
Oh.
Because he was displaced, had to learn how to play second base because of Arenado. Yeah. So maybe Nolan Gorman, who's not even that old, he might be 26.
So are the Cardinals in a rebuild or reboot?
Yeah, he's 25.
What are we doing there? So
Gorman's only 25.
Yeah.
He's been hitting home runs for 6 years for the Cardinals. Maybe he's the thump man we need. I don't know, but he strikes out a lot. Anyway, Cardinals I don't know. I don't know who the Cardinals have. I don't know where they're going to play. And I don't know what's going to happen. So it's exciting. Anyway, we will.
I'm thinking of Jordan Walker when we were talking.
Jordan Walker was here 2 years ago.
Yes.
We had standing room only.
That's right. That's who I was thinking.
Unbelievable.
We got a nice selfie with him.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, the media does the meet and greet with the players.
They do all the interviews.
11:30 and stuff.
Benji Molina, Brad Thompson, Chip Carey, Harry's grandson, and Skip's son. A legendary broadcast. I don't know if there's 3 generations I can cite that are that good.
I know.
And then you've got your players. Michael McGreevy is going to be a starting pitcher. Andre Palante probably a starting pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Thomas Sajasi, who's a really grinder, good player. And then Yahel Pozo, who has probably the best story as far as being homeless and playing baseball. So we'll get into all that today.
And you get Adam Wainwright, who could sing a country song on the country station and do the national anthem, right?
That's right. On US 1059. Let's go.
Anyway, we welcome all of you. It's free noon at the Hilton Garden Inn. Again, doors open at 11. You'll be in your Cardinals as we are. We'll read it up here. If you take a look at it, that's the YouTube channel.
That's right.
All right, here. Actually, what are we on? X. We are on X.
Yes, Stevie JAYFM to see the show.
Okay, Greg, we have weather, and it's cold, and that's January 16. Brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you, life is unexpected when it comes to your health, and Carl will be there through it all, from convenient care to advanced diagnostics. Learn more at carl.org.
All right, sir, you have the floor. Do you have the snow-bedded floor here in Champaign County? How do we look?
Yeah, just a little coating out there, manageable. Just a little extra travel time. Keep an eye on the decks, the walkways, driveways, etc., so forth and so on. Some of those lesser treated surfaces from previous little snows that have come through the area. Still a few snow flurries on the radar scope to the north and west of us. A little skinny band of some snow showers just east of the Illinois, closing in on the 55 corridor right now. And then that's probably a break until we get into the late afternoon. The more sustainable stuff that might measure up close to another inch is up into parts of whole Kankakee, Will counties, and points on northward from there. And temperatures will help out the door already this morning. 26 at Willard and Savoy and Rantoul. Later today, about 37. So a little melting and thawing as the day wears on. Ought to be in good shape from getting around here and there to the Cardinal Caravan, etc., so forth and so on, with a breeze out of the west and southwest, and mainly cloudy skies, maybe a little dim sun as the mid-morning progresses, and that is it. We turn colder tonight. Another little quick round, some scattered snow showers and flurries, and that cold overnight is low as well. Will bottom out across the area to a dawn temperature at about 17 west wind, and then colder for the weekend. Again, a couple of passing snow showers and flurries at times may recoat the ground and the walkway, the driveway over from time to time. 22 tomorrow with a stiff breeze, down to 9 tomorrow night. 21 on Sunday. Will be in the single digits for lows Monday, Tuesday, and afternoon readings into the probably mid to upper teens. That's it. Before we moderate over Tuesday and Wednesday, from the 20s on Tuesday to the 30s on Wednesday, into the 30s Thursday and Friday, and another little light snow system doing no big deal for Wednesday, and maybe a minor accumulation come next Friday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm Little Chess, Greg Soldgay.
All right, thank you very much. We woke up to a shooting in Urbana. Somebody's dead. Urbana police responded 1:48 in the morning. Upon arrival, officers located an adult male victim suffering from gunshot wounds, immediately began administering life-saving measures. Victim transported to Carl, later succumbed to the injuries. Urbana police detectives, along with Illinois State Police crime scene investigators, currently on scene, conducting an active investigation. The alleged shooter was not on the scene when officers arrived. Urbana police asking anyone in the area at the time of the incident, we talk 1:48 in the morning.
I know.
If you witnessed anything, or maybe there's a camera.
And this is Ellis Drive where this occurred.
Ellis in Urbana. Okay. Anyway, that's a bad way to read the news here this morning.
Right.
Okay, it is 7:14. We jump right to the morning sports headlines. Illinois tomorrow at 11 a.m.
against Minnesota.
Minnesota. The women lose, but they were on the court of the 8th-ranked team in the country. It's Michigan. Very tough team.
85-69 was the final. Barry Wallace with 26 points. Jasmine Brown-Hagar with 16 points. Back at home Sunday the 18th. Against Northwestern at 2 o'clock. You can catch the game on Peacock or and State Farm Center is where you'll find that game in case you'd like to come on out on Sunday at 2. Again, as you mentioned, our Illinois men in action against Minnesota, 11 a.m. You know, when there's white stuff on the ground, always fun to watch or ride the bus from Pia's that leaves a half hour before tip-off. So just keep that in mind after that final buzzer at 10 minutes after the game. You're in the Circle Drive getting picked up and heading back to Pia's to celebrate the win over the Golden Gophers.
Don't diddy-dally around to get back to the bus.
You're right. In fact, some people are like, let's go at 2 minutes because they've already, left because they see the blowout that's occurring or something. What is it about some of our fair weather fans that start clearing out? I guess that's fine.
Well, we need a rocket ship exit. So every door opens, every row has a way out. It's claustrophobic up there. And you're saying, if I don't leave now, you can't. It's like church, you kind of let the person go in front of you. I used to call it at weddings the back pew blues. Okay. Because they have and you're in the back pew.
People in the front.
And you dart out, then you people post it or something. So it's like back pew blues. Exactly. That's kind of the back seat blues for the people up at the top.
You're right. Okay. But in any case, Pia's is a great option. That would be a great option for Sunday when we're watching the Bears take the LA Rams on at Soldier Field at 5:30, and
Saturday night.
Sunday.
The Bears are Sunday night.
Yeah. It's Saturday. It's Buffalo, Denver, 3:30, and then San Francisco, Seattle on Saturday night at 7. Sunday afternoon at 2 is Houston, New England. And then we've got the Bears and Rams Sunday night.
And Monday night, it's Miami and Indiana.
Yes.
Man.
And Curt Signetti, did I hear his voice?
I got a clip here coming up.
Awesome.
It'll be about what he expected. I got his opening press conference and what he said, and then you can compare it to what has happened.
Okay.
And again, I don't know, who would play Curt Signetti in the feature film? What actor would best emulate this guy?
Okay, putting some brain power on
that. Got to
that.
think about who would play Curt Signetti from Indiana in the movie. Because if they win, it's a movie.
Right.
If they win, is it bona fide Hoosiers 2?
Well, when I pulled up the story and tried to get some more details about Monday's night college football championship game, there was an actual smile on his face. But he's kind of got this resting scowl face.
I've seen the guy smile. It is brief, but when he has a beer after a win with the coaches, I think he's smiling.
Okay.
I used to, when Brett Bielema got here and was working with Bill Belichick in New England, I said, does Bill Belichick ever smile?
That's true.
He said, he gets down there and just hugs my girl.
Okay.
No, he apparently but with the media.
Right.
It's just when you win 7 Super Bowls, it's like, I'll call the ball now, right? You're not pushing me around. I'm the man, and I don't have to smile at you. So,
Tom Hanks came up from our friend Tim.
Tom Hanks.
I mean, it might be in the same kind of age range. What is Signetti?
You don't want to be distracted by the stardom of Tom Hanks.
True.
Maybe you're distracted because it's Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
He might be too big a celebrity for that. But 217-359-2255. Who would play Curt Signetti? What actor? Even if we don't know him, we'll look him up, see the face. It's got to be that.
That's right.
Our weather now again with Greg Soye. Can't give you too much of that. Brought to you this morning by the Urbana Park District.
And they've got their photographic print competition. Are you thinking you've got some good camera shots that you could submit? Up to 5, I believe. And you can get that early bird pricing before the 21st. UrbanaParks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana. This Saturday still a string of these fast-moving Clipper-style weather systems for the next couple of days, but there'll be a general uptick in temperatures. Moderation expected in the second half of next week. Mainly cloudy, breezy, not as cold for the day-to-day. Still a few slick spots and coming off that overnight coating of snowfall. Planned accordingly. Temperatures will help later on this afternoon up to 37. And once again, a couple of scattered snow showers or flurries are back in this afternoon. That west-southwesterly wind will turn westerly for tonight. Colder, dawn temperatures down around 17 with a lingering snow shower flurry early and late. Tomorrow, breezy, colder, variably cloudy skies up to 22 with, again, a snow shower flurry in a couple of spots both morning and late afternoon. West-northwesterly winds will bottom out tomorrow night to 9 above. Cold for the day on Sunday, partly sunny up to 21 and a few snow flurries late. Couple of snow flurries and a mostly sunny otherwise day's worth of weather for the day on Monday. The high near 14, that's it. Only to about 23 for the day on Tuesday. Single-digit lows there. Will moderate back into the 30s later next week. For CVA Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Within the cities we call home, Busey Bank is more than a name. It's a commitment to your dreams. With Busey, trusted guidance is tailored to empower you every step of the way. Whether it's seamlessly managing your finances or planning for your future, Busey is dedicated to your financial success. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
There's another round of bank earnings today. PNC Financial shares up nearly 2%. Its profit rose in the recent quarter as demand for loans and financial services increased. Both earnings and revenue topped expectations. PNC Financial is based in Pittsburgh. Regions Financial's profit was flat. Its revenue rose. Chief Executive John Turner says underlying trends in the economy have improved. Microsoft's Activision Blizzard gaming business is being investigated in Italy for the way it prompts users to make purchases. Gamers are urged not to miss out on rewards or limited time offers. And Japan's Mitsubishi Corporation is buying Aethon's shale gas assets in Texas and Louisiana. It's paying more than $5 billion. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
The world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday. Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you.
Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Jesse with Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Hey, do you have sewer blockages, problems? Are your toilets gurgling? Why deal with the headache? Call Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions today. We can come out and clean your line, camera it, show you what the problem is, and then we have an expert underground team that can make those repairs. 217-355-5512. We are here for you when you need us. Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Well, let's talk about the team there at GFT, Gil Frericks Trucking. You mentioned their support of your grilling as the pitmaster, Tim Onstad, and your assistant and office manager there is your wife, Donna. Just such a great team. And again, you're able to support the drivers and give them the time off and the family time they need.
Well, our drivers are the key to everything we do. And we had a great celebration with the drivers and for them. Right now, we started getting a few new trucks in. We've got brand new 26 Freightliners that are going to reward some of the long-term drivers that have been with us. They'll get to go out in a new truck. And that's going to open up a couple of spots for new drivers to come in, and somebody that wants to make good money, get home time, work their way up through the company. That's a great opportunity for them. They can get me on email at timo@gftlog.com or call the office at 765-793-7131.
Okay, 724, Brother Johnny's up today.
Friday.
So I was over talking with Ben Quattrone at Sarah Champagne and Tyler Burton. He's a wonderful guy over there. Anyway, I'm talking to Ben and Tyler.
Terrific people.
And Ben pulls out a magazine that I've never seen.
Okay.
It's called Automotive News.
Ooh.
It's essentially kind of here's the scorecard for the year for the automotive business.
Okay.
What I can't remember is because the first thing I said, well, that's kind of cool. You guys got to be in there somewhere, right? Sarah Champagne, because Sarah and Sarah have a number of dealerships around the country.
Okay.
I think mostly Midwest. So what I was How many car dealerships are there in the United States of America? Just asking my friend. Interesting name, Chat. Chat is an interesting name.
GPT.
Yeah. Approximately 16,972 franchise new car dealerships. All car dealers, 76,795.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go with first the new, 16,972. Where do you think Sarah Champagne, out of 16,972, where do you think Ben Quattrone and Sarah Champagne, Subaru, BMW, GMC, Buick, and Honda?
Number 8.
8?
I don't know.
16,800. They're like 972.
We talked about how you can eat spaghetti off the floor.
Well, I know, but I'm
past.
just saying. I mean, come up with if your 16,972 wouldn't top 100 be amazing?
Yes, it would.
Okay, so come up with another guess.
Okay, 98.
It was actually 10th. You were close, but you changed your answer. Why'd you change your answer?
Don't do that.
Anyway,
to me,
the Sarah Champagne is number 10.
Wow, that's amazing.
10.
Yeah.
And this is, I think, based on production, service, the whole thing, and 10th in 10.
Well, I'm driving around in my new to me 2014 Silver Sylvia is what we call her. My Dodge Caravan now. And all I did was text Tyler, here's my parameters. And then they send me something saying, I think we got something you might like.
You got a clean vehicle.
And I was in and out within 2 hours.
No, I know. It's unbelievable.
So
they've done this before.
Right.
So in the used car business, Sarah Champagne ranks, now you can include 76,742.
Oh, wow. 38.
13.
Oh, wow. That's terrific.
No, I'm just saying that's just go look at any other dealership and see where everybody else is.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, there are, of the top 10, 6 are publicly traded. That's a little different deal.
Yeah.
Sarah is privately held, and for privately held dealerships, they're number 4 in America. 4th. So obviously it indicates they're pretty good at this. So congratulations. I was truly impressed and proud of Ben, because when I first met Ben Quattrone, there's literally dirt floors on the BMW side because they hadn't started to build. They had Honda that were selling like 20 Hondas a month.
Right.
And he came from South Carolina, has absolutely ingrained himself in Champaign-Urbana.
Yeah.
And everybody knows Ben Quattrone.
Right.
Anyway, he's
and that whole area of cars in front of the Savoy 16 Theater, Phoenix, or whatever it's called.
He has this way of, if something negative happens, like hail. Can you imagine hail? That hailstorm we had? How much damage they had?
Yeah.
A zillion. It was a bunch. And so they had insurance, but a big deductible. I mean, he just did, it's like a water off a duck's back. He is very positive about everything.
Right.
And I'm telling you, he put in a new place where you fix cars. It's everything they have over there now. I think at least the brand new big one is all air conditioned. In July, I want to work in that building. Anyway, Ben Quattrone and Sarah Champagne, congratulations on Automotive News, 10th best dealership in the United States, and 13th in used. It's stunning.
Okay, we were mentioning who would play Kurt Signetti. Tom Arnold came in at 359-2255.
Arnold.
That was
he's the
Roseanne's,
comedian. Yeah, but he's kind of a
Roseanne's
comedian.
husband. Yeah.
I mean...
You mean he might be too
I don't know
smiley or something?
I'm not sure he's that good an actor.
Okay.
I'm not sure. So Tom Arnold, interesting.
Right.
Who's a really good actor that's not greatly known? Who's a really good actor that you go, man?
Ooh, Hopper from Stranger Things. I binged that last weekend.
Hopper's the guy in the beard. The beard. I think Hopper's a good actor.
Yeah. When you were mentioning the flamethrower to clear off your driveway this
That'd be
morning
Hopper.
with Greg,
Yeah.
I think it was
They
the
have
gal Nancy's character.
Stranger Things had that, don't they?
Right.
Okay.
Anyway.
Johnny's coming up. It's Friday. Got some clips, including... It's just, this is where we are. This is where we would be on steroids had Kamala Harris won the election. You're asking a medical doctor who treats pregnant women, Josh Hawley, Senator Missouri, asks her the question, you probably heard this, can men get pregnant?
No.
Okay, well, that's very narrow-minded, Diane. we will hear how he tried to simplify, based on science, can men get pregnant? You're going to hear that clip. It's unbelievable.
Drive in,
I'm Charles Payne.
drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The protests continue in Minneapolis. This from the Federal Building. Fox's Matt Finn in the Twin City.
Some people were seen scaling the fence, spitting at officers, and video appears to show a person launching the firework at agents. We are seeing a lot of that here on the ground. The agents then rush in that person's direction.
Military sources telling Fox U.S. is sending military assets to the Middle East as the president continues considering strikes in Iran. Charlie Kirk is alleged assassin in court this afternoon.
Lawyers for Tyler Robinson argue because a prosecutor's adult child was at the Turning Point USA event when Charlie Kirk was shot and killed, they can't stay impartial, therefore they should be removed.
That's Fox's Jeff Paul in Provo, Utah this morning. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois State Police Troop 7 announcing new alcohol countermeasure and seatbelt enforcement patrols across Champaign, Macon, and Vermilion counties. Initiative aims to reduce impaired driving and improve seatbelt compliance, with officials noting an 80% decrease in certain violations since 2021. Champaign-Urbana has officially joined a national network of more than 400 dementia-friendly communities across 42 states. Designation highlights local efforts to support residents living with dementia and their caregivers through training, awareness, and community partnerships. Hospitals across Champaign County reporting rising admissions tied to respiratory illnesses, including flu, RSV, and COVID. Statewide, about 20% of emergency visits are now related to acute respiratory infections, with flu cases climbing fastest. Health officials urge residents to monitor symptoms and seek care early, especially for kids and older adults. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
7:33 Cardinal Caravan Day will be at the Hilton Garden Inn. Doors open at 11. The show starts at noon. Autographs after that. We have children. We'll hand out autograph tickets. Kids are the priority. So there'll be 1 through whatever hundreds we have of tickets.
That's right.
And we got the whatever.
Rally towels.
Everybody's going to get one of those. So free rally towels. I think Cardinals are going to be generous to give tickets as well.
I thought I had one handy, but I don't. So, okay, you want a rally towel? Okay, and what am I, camera 2?
Yep.
Yes, that's
Nice
2026 on there. Plenty of Cardinal logos.
Nice.
It's going to be fun to hand these out to everyone who comes through the door. Plus, you bring some raffle money so that you can support Champaign County Freedom Celebration. Try to win some Cardinal swag.
Brother Johnny, next.
Okay, everyone, let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. Still a string of these Clipper-style weather systems, albeit weak on the move over the next several days with a downward trend on temperatures, but they'll recover around here later next week. Mainly cloudy, breezy, not as cold as we move through the day today. A few slick spots and a little coating of that snowfall from the overnight hours will melt away. A couple of more snow showers and flurries, though, in spots this morning and back in this afternoon. 37 on the high. That'll help out a west-southwesterly wind. A couple of snow showers and flurries in spots early and again late night tonight, but a lesser chance. Colder on the overnight, though. West wind 17 for the low tomorrow. Breezy, colder snow shower or flurry in spots for the morning and late afternoon. Variably cloudy and 22. Bottoming out near 9 tomorrow night. Rather cold, partly sunny. Couple of snow flurries late in the day on Sunday. The high at 21. Snow flurries otherwise mostly sunny for the day on Monday. Cold 7 in the morning, 14 in the afternoon. Down into the lower single digits Tuesday with a high up to 23, but then we'll moderate into the 30s next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
About a half an inch of snow overnight, 28 in Champaign-Urbana. Brother Johnny, it's not 28 there, but I don't think it's super warm in New Orleans, is it?
It's 41, but it's going to get to 67.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you come and visit and have a blast of cold here, do you immediately appreciate the New Orleans number?
Oh, yeah, I do. But look, it was a good trip. I was just up there for a few days, and actually, pretty warm when I was there.
Yeah.
Except Wednesday, I had to leave with that cold blast. But yeah.
And you're kind of an Amtrak fan. And how did the sleeper work? Were you able to sleep?
Great. Oh yeah. No, it's if smaller sleepers on the lower level, which I would recommend, it's significantly different because you're rocking back and forth up there, Diane. And as a train rocks, if you're another 10 feet higher,
that's true.
You're going to go sideways a lot further.
So less motion on the lower level, of course.
Yeah, sure, way level.
All right, so we had interesting back and forth at a hearing regarding, I guess, abortion, pregnancies. I'm not sure what even the subject was, but Josh Hawley, who I like a lot, Senator Missouri, just I thought, a very reasonable question he tried to get answered from a doctor.
Dr. Verma, I wasn't sure I understood your answer to Senator Moody a moment ago. Do you think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the question.
The goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics.
Absolutely.
So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
Can men get pregnant?
many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women. That
Can men get pregnant?
Again, as I'm saying,
Let me just remind you what you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So can men get pregnant? You're a doctor, I think.
science and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes/no questions like this are a political tool.
Wow.
No, well, that's a good example of what we're dealing with. And Steve, that you can actually take that conversation and it explains a guy like Tim Walz and the problems he's having, because that's what you're dealing with. He would answer or respond in a similar manner, I speculate, the governor of Minnesota. We've lost enough money with his leadership that the whole nation's even flinched. It's like, what?
No, I
and
know,
now
no.
Look at it.
I
It's
said,
falling apart,
mean,
and he can't reason. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no answer. There's no sitting down. There's no what's the problem with our criminals? If you say, why do you want the criminal on the street, you say, I think you have to. Don't use that as a political tool. That's what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
They can't lead.
I think we'd have been far worse down the road had Kamala and Tim Walz won. Then this language would have been forced down your throat, and you'd have had to talk about that.
Well, we heard it. That's the argument, which is these inane kind of ideological, wild-eyed, hysterical propositions that simply don't even have any relevance to the real problems that we're facing, and they just get off track.
What if your answer became, when this comes up, what if your answer said, any human can get pregnant if they have a uterus and ovaries? How about that?
Well, why can't you say no?
Well, because can men get that implanted in their bodies? Can we put ovaries?
Yes, that's probably true, but that's not. That's not a man.
So biological man is the question. Can a biological man? The answer is no.
It's not a hard question.
Why would you feel you're offending somebody who's not a man or not a woman that can have a child?
Well, I think that these folks get to the point where they feel that the announcement that I'm going to be a woman actually makes you a woman.
Yeah, right.
And then, so they don't want to offend a woman. Well, they're wrong about this transformation, but that's how their mind works. And then when you put them in charge of, say, city transportation, nobody goes anywhere. Why can't you run the buses? I think that what we have to look at is the schedules of the people that are less fortunate than us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, can't you run the buses? They can't.
Yeah. And
it just goes in every category, and it's wild. So
So tomorrow morning, if I wake up in Champaign County and decide I identify as the authority in Champaign County, that won't make that real, will it?
No, but you could act like it until somebody may actually put you in jail up there.
Right.
But so that's reasonable.
It's just dizzying that we are spending breath on stuff like this. It's dizzying.
Well, it's not just that. Look what happens when you waste your time doing that, and your position of authority doing that. Everything else falls apart. And that's this whole woke DEI kind of. Let's take a break from the real world and talk about. Let's not be burdened, but what was it? Let's not be burdened.
I'm not unburdened, but what has been. Unburdened by what has been. Yeah.
And then it's great. It's a good statement. She's overused it, but okay, what are you going to do, Kamala? That's great. Let's unburden ourselves. What are we doing today?
You're the blame for this.
I was the first person to be a woman Attorney General of California. I was the first woman to be elected District Attorney of San Francisco. I was the first person of color to be elected Attorney General of California. Whatever. First. Welcome to the Role Model Club.
Well,
there was actually a crowd. There was a crowd there. Nobody reacted to welcome to that. Nobody even reacted to that.
Too, Steve, if you know much, not even much, a little bit about how California's doing, you'll see exactly what I was just saying. That's not responsible leadership. In fact, I've got Steve Hilton, who'd be a great governor, is running and has just about as much chance as I do of winning. The governor of California, but he has quite a book that came out called Califailure.
Oh, wow.
And it just goes through some of the things they're doing out there that are predictable, like the fires. They simply haven't thinned the trees and let these massive acreages of forestry, the underbrush, you can't get through it, and it just goes up like a bomb. It's 3 times denser than it was before the environmental started. And when the fires were burning, Newsom says, this is an example of what we're talking about with climate change. No more gas cars by 2035. That's what he says. They've taken out 5 billion board feet less timber. So there's too many trees, and it's too easy for the fires to burn and too dense to get in and fight them.
Well, and also they did
he
this.
Says it's the climate change.
Well, they also took away the water access because of saving fish somewhere.
That was another factor, and they didn't cut as many throughways through for fire prevention because of things like the field mice migration. The field mice migration was hindered. That was one of the reasons no access for firefighters. So it just overgrew. And meanwhile, I heard that when Newsom was elected, all the field mice ran to Mexico. They said, we got to get out of here. So, just kidding about the field mice.
Yeah. I'm wondering, though, because Greenland is in the news, would Greenland trade Greenland for California, but you have to keep Newsom?
Greenland for California. They probably do that. I don't think we want to. We get a better deal than that.
I mean, it's such a beautiful place. What a shame! What a shame!
Well, it's not being managed well, but it is a great. It's just a great state. That's why people do gut it out because man, it's kind of a paradise from a climatology standpoint, not the end of the world climatology. Just you can go to the mountains, you can go to the beach, you can go. Do anything you want, and the weather's pretty nice.
I mean, when we lived there as young kids for just a year, I just remember nothing but I loved it. It was just wonderful. We lived in Westwood on the campus of UCLA. Our father was doing a fellowship. And
I'd run around at Westwood in downtown LA, Diane, on my bike, and we'd just be gone all day, and I had a good time. I was 7.
Wow.
It's a different time.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how beautiful it was. I remember the Beatles were out of our radio all day long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
they were there. They came out to the Hollywood Bowl. I remember the Beatles came, and my Pickerine, my next-door neighbor kid, went to the concert, and he said, aren't you going? I don't like them.
What?
That's only 7, Steve.
Yeah.
So funny. Actually, I think I would correct the history. I think you were 8. I
was 8 after January 24th of 63. 63, but we were there in 62 for the beginning of the
No, we were there 63, 64.
We were there 62. He might be right, Dan. I might have been 8.
Anyway,
Wait a minute now. Are you? Yeah. Anyway, that's right. Whatever. 8. Well, then in that case, it's not that great a story because 8 years old, that's nothing. Everybody riding around on the bike.
There you go.
No, I mean, but you really did. I don't remember you taking your bicycle and doing that. It was safe to do that?
Well, we didn't ever have a problem, except for stuff we were doing. Everybody was fine.
Yeah.
we were going to get in trouble. And Greg and Buddy Pope, but it was a different era.
Yes.
And I didn't even know how we got on that. It's just, how great a state it was.
Yeah, it's a great. I remember the one last thing about that. Here's your question, quiz time. When you were 8 years old, where did we go that I loved? It was called Goody Goodies.
That was a pie place in Santa Monica.
Pies, man. I had banana cream pie. I loved it so much. Yeah. It was awesome. All right.
Not far from Venice Beach.
Not far from Venice Beach and not far, of course, from the Rose Bowl because we're in Westwood, UCLA.
Right. Yeah, which we went to when Illinois went out there in 63.
We went to the parade, didn't we? Rose Bowl, Rose.
Yeah, we didn't go to the game. We went to the.
I think
we went to the parade when Illinois went.
A lot of roses.
Yeah.
7:46, Brother Johnny in New Orleans. All right, so we were talking about Indiana Monday night against Miami. And if they win, it's a movie. And I said, who could play Kurt Cignetti, the head coach? And before we get your thoughts on that, think about that. Here's Kurt Cignetti at his opening press conference right after he was hired.
This is an exciting opportunity at a prestigious university in the top football conference in the country, and there is no reason why we can't be successful, pack the stadium, and be a source of pride to the entire university and town and state of Indiana, town of Bloomington, state of Indiana. Okay? We're going to change the culture, the mindset, the expectation level, and improve the brand of Indiana Hoosier football. There will be no self-imposed limitations on what we can accomplish. It'll be a day-by-day process that is hinged on being focused on the present moment and improving as much daily as possible to put yourself in the best position tomorrow.
And what only could have been better if he'd have said, we're going to go 26-2 in our first 2 years. What?
Well, I'll tell you something. That's the kind of guy you want to run something. Period. And by the way, I think George C. Scott could have played him. He played Patton, but maybe Hugh Jackman.
He could have been good. Hugh Jackman.
Hugh
Jackman.
Ooh.
Hugh
He
Jackman.
just played Neil Diamond recently. I want to see that movie.
Well, that'd be good. But, I mean, you got to get somebody that looks a little sour and dour.
Right.
And there's an actor out there.
Bill Parcells.
That would be good.
Tom Arnold, Tom Hanks, and David Harbour, who plays Jim Hopper in Stranger Things, all came up on our text line.
David Hopper.
Okay. Who are you thinking of, Steve?
I honestly can't. I think it's got to be somebody that, because Tom Hanks would be like, oh, that's Tom Hanks. I think you got to get somebody you don't know as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Tommy Lee Jones would have. He's a little older now, but
and that's
he
too
could have
old
done
right now.
He's
too old now, but
right.
yeah, he'd have been really good.
That type of guy. Yeah.
Right. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, kind of the Bear Bryant scowl kind of thing. That's the kind of guy we're looking for.
But he's quite a coach, and I'm thinking they'll win. But I think it's quite a story either way at this point. But holy cow!
No, it's just amazing. We'll of course
see if Miami can block them.
I tell you,
on their defensive line, nobody else can.
Miami is really, really good though. Their defense.
If they can get a pass off.
Well, that's true.
That's a key point, Steve.
Well, it is. Let me play one more clip. I've got Brad Underwood was on some national podcast. Jeff Goodman, maybe. Anyway, he's been asked about this Keaton Wagler. And here's Brad's explanation of how this all happened with a little-known guy ranked 143rd in the country, did not do national AAU ball, just local in Shawnee, Kansas. And he just got two offers, really two big-time offers, University of Minnesota and the University of Illinois.
And I'm not trying to brag on my son, but, Tyler was there watching another game, sees this kid passing the ball up the floor. He knows how important passing is to me, and he just goes and watches this kid and, just falls in love with him, and he could really shoot it as well. So, I associate passing with IQ and feel, and then he's 6'6", and, we thought early on, Jeff, like everybody, okay, wait till you get a freshman on campus, you coach him, you put him in front of 16,000 every night, you put him against high-level competition, we'll start to see the warts. And, then we figured he was 170 pounds when he got here, that he needed strength and weight. What we didn't count on is his poise, how tough he is. He is an extremely tough kid. And then his ability to make decisions. We went without Mihailo Petrovic. We didn't have him all summer. So it was Keaton versus Kylan every day this summer. And we started seeing that matchup, and it was like, man, this kid's holding his own. And for us, and this is our program, most freshmen never make a shot the first summer they're there. It's just too fast, too everything. He's still playing the game like he was in a high school game, playing against, his arch rival in Kansas City, Kansas, and the game hasn't impacted him. And
that's how you become a billionaire. If you're able to figure out they're going to have poise when the lights are on and the popcorn is popped, how could you know what he's going to be like until he's here?
Well, you really don't. That's the whole thing. It's the next level. I will say 143rd ranking means he should have started at some D1 school. So that's not that bad a ranking. But yeah, you're always looking at the top 50.
Yeah.
I was like 170th or something. But listen, it's fun to watch that team, and he's doing great. I will have to say, make a comment, Steve. One of the worst regulations that somebody who shouldn't be in charge came up with, in maybe the worst in professional sports, is the brand new coach's appeal, which is just going to completely wreck March Madness. Wait till that thing starts coming out. Anybody losing is going to get screaming saying coach's appeal and stop the whole game for however long. It could actually turn around like it has in our games. It turns the game around. And I don't even know what they're looking at. What's a flagrant foul now?
I think we need to know what hook and pull or whatever it's called.
And hook and hold is turn the call around, or I'm going to lose, and I also need the ball after the free throws. Okay, you can have all of that.
Yeah.
That's a 7-point swing, because Wagner probably would have made it, and it turned it into a game.
And you're right. You're right. You stop the momentum. You stop play. It's
too much punishment for whatever.
I agree. I totally agree.
And it's like, well, you're just going to completely turn a game. You play all that time, the last minute and a half, you're up 7, you lose the game. That's a 7-point turnaround that we had with Iowa.
No, right.
I think we had one of those. What's that?
I'm saying that this is no question you could have lost, but the good news, I guess, for Illinois is these kids endured that twice in a row and won the ball game.
And I'm not talking about Illinois per se. I just have seen it 3 times, and I think it's one of the worst rules I've ever seen in sports anywhere. It's unbelievable, and it's going to take too much time.
Yep.
It's going to be too controversial.
Yeah.
It's not going to be fair. And why can't you, if you're going to, that's a half in, half out of technology. Do it or don't do it. Just take the refs off the court. We have all the technology to do it, or leave them on, one or the other.
Yeah, right.
But that's just, I just can't believe they came up with that kind of thing.
And so I agree. If you're going to do it bad enough to stop playing, take 5 to 7 minutes to figure it out.
And the other thing, Steve, if you do a review of any of the plays I saw, I want a review. Okay, it looks like it's a common foul, or it looks like no foul. But where's the flagrant coming from?
Yeah.
None of those were flagrant fouls as we know them. They weren't flagrant. And so, and they quit calling the hold when you're passing the ball in a long time ago. I haven't seen that more than a couple times in the last 5 years. I think that's gonna be a source of frustration, whether it's on your team or the other team. It's just a terrible rule. That's just my opinion.
But if you do it, how about the penalty being 1 free throw, but you go back to where you were you may or may not have the ball, but it should not be two free throws on the ball. That's just huge.
What's wrong with the challenge? Look at the play and see if that's right. That's all. What's the punishment?
I don't know why the appeal.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't unless you say he just hit him in the mouth. That's different. But that's not what they're doing.
Yeah.
We've got some comments from listeners about who will play Kurt Signetti.
Oh, and Kurt Signetti, who plays in the movie? What you got?
Chris says Jim Caviezel, who's the guy who played in The Passion of the Christ.
Played Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think he's 57.
Yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton came in.
Billy
from
Bob
Heat.
Thornton. I love him. I think he's a great actor.
Billy Bob Thornton would be pretty good.
Dennis Quaid from Heather.
Dennis Quaid. I thought of him, yeah.
Yeah.
So these are some of the suggestions. And I was looking up, there is a doppelganger, a guy that looks just like Kurt Signetti. His name is Corey Miles, and he does some.
But he's an actor?
No,
or you need to be an actor.
He is a Air Force veteran, father of 3, and he started this as a Halloween thing.
So he
looks just like him.
Does impressions.
I mean,
okay,
I saw some pictures, and I was like, wow.
I mean, but you this is going to take a little acting too. But just the way he stands on the sidelines with his hands on his on his back.
No, it's
right.
good.
That's how this guy is posing all the time.
I think the best actor probably. I mean, Billy Bob Thornton's a tremendous actor. I love Billy Bob Thornton.
I think it'll rate pretty well that game. Maybe the best rating that we'll ever have had for a national championship.
But if they win, is it not a movie?
It's a movie anyway. It's just a movie already. So the question is, how does it end? But by the way, and you talk about acting, we were talking about Hugh Jackman because Bobby said, "Let's go see the new movie," and I said, "Yeah, I think he'd be." I said, "But nobody could play." Whoever was playing Neil Diamond for the jazz singer, and Bobby says, that was Neil Diamond. I said, oh, yeah, that's right.
He played in his own role.
It was so good.
That's right. Yeah.
Here's a David Wallace from The Office.
David Wallace?
He's the one with the glasses.
Yeah, going to the glasses. Interesting. Interesting.
Right.
David Wallace from The Office.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
That would be, because he's kind of that sour, dour look. Serious. Interesting. All right, we're getting it. We're going to make the movie. We'll get the Philo Exchange Bank to fund it.
There we go.
Hoosiers 2.
Hoosiers 2. That's it. Hey, Johnny, thank you. Thanks for the time and the talk. We appreciate having you on, man.
All right. Great talking to you. All right. Stay warm.
Talk soon. Thank you. Brother Johnny down in New Orleans. Get 65
down there
today.
Should have asked him about the Bears-Rams game Sunday night at 5:30. Of course,
Johnny thinks the Bears can win.
Okay.
And I think when it's
we're kind of, after us talking for decades with Coach Ditka, and that's because of John's relationship with him when he had that chapter down in New Orleans as coach after the Bears. But,
Hey, here's the question. I'll come back with the answer in the next half hour. But I read an article. Matthew Stafford, the LA quarterback, will be in Chicago. It's going to be 14 degrees with a wind chill of 4 above. What does Matt Stafford wear underneath in a really cold game? 217-359-2255 if you think you know. Yeah. What does Matt... And other quarterbacks have done this.
I see.
What do they wear to keep warm? It's unusual. I've never heard of it.
Okay.
But apparently others have tried.
Must be not long underwear.
Nope.
Okay.
All right. 217-359-2255. News is coming up.
There's a Matt Damon coming in now.
There's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. News coming up. Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne. What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
When looking for a bank, you deserve the best. Philo Exchange Bank is a Best of Bauer bank rated 5 stars in financial strength and stability for over 28 consecutive years. Banking with us means you're banking with one of the strongest banks in the nation. Visit any one of our locations in Philo, St. Joseph, Allerton, or Broadlands to experience the best firsthand.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
It was a wonderful gesture of mutual respect. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's President Trump's reaction on Truth Social to Maria Corina Machado gifting him the Nobel Peace Prize she was awarded last year for her push for democracy in Venezuela that got her persecuted.
It went very well. I'm very grateful for the opportunity I had to speak with President Trump.
That's Machado after her private White House meeting, telling Fox's Rachel Campos-Duffy.
In spite of the Nobel Prize Committee saying that you couldn't transfer your Nobel Prize to anyone, especially President Trump, you did today. Why did you do that?
Because he deserves it. And it was a very emotional moment.
Machado also tells Fox she believes one day she'll be elected president of Venezuela. While Machado was at the White House, CIA Director John Ratcliffe was in Caracas meeting with Venezuela's acting president, Delcy Rodriguez, who President Trump has praised and prefers in charge of the country now instead of Machado. A U.S. aircraft carrier is headed to the Middle East after the president threatened to take action against Iran's deadly crackdown on protests.
The AP says several of America's Middle East allies have urged the Trump administration to hold off striking Iran over the crackdown on protesters. The news agency cites an unnamed Arab diplomat in reporting that top officials from Egypt, Oman, Saudi Arabia and Qatar made representations against an attack.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. The anti-ICE protests rage in Minneapolis. Clashes again with federal officers last night following two recent immigration enforcement-related shootings as the FBI tries to recover stolen body armor and weaponry taken during the protests Wednesday.
Two government vehicles were broken into, one graffitied with Hang Christy Nome, F. ICE, and Only Good Agent is a dead one during protests after a shooting involving an ICE officer. There's a reward of up to $100,000 for information leading to the recovery of stolen government property and or the arrest of those responsible.
Fox's Chris Foster, one alleged gang members in custody. America's listening to Fox News.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Charlie Kirk's alleged assassins expected back in court this afternoon in Utah for a hearing in the murder case against Tyler Robinson more than 4 months after the conservative leader, Charlie Kirk, was shot during a speech at Utah Valley University.
Accused killer Tyler Robinson's defense team will argue to a judge in Utah County that the entire county attorney's office should be removed from the case, citing a conflict of interest. That one of the prosecutor's children was in the crowd at UVU September 10th, witnessed the chaos and texted their parent about what was happening. The defense claims those texts play into a bias that could influence the case, in which prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. The Utah County's attorney's office rejecting that claim, saying their decision to seek capital punishment was based on the strength of the evidence. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
There is a manhunt for thieves in New York City.
That's the sound from a security camera of the smash and grab at Pokey Court in Manhattan. The robbers were said to have fled with more than $100,000 in merchandise. The three people wore masks. Two went for merchandise. The third closed the storefront curtain and guarded the door. Store owner Peter Dew said the armed robbers did not stop with inventory.
Stole from the cash register and all of that, pointed their guns at a couple more people, wouldn't let anybody leave, and then they got out in a couple of minutes.
No one inside the store was hurt. The owners say a rise in Pokemon card value has made them targets of robbers before. So far, there have been no arrests. In New York, Gernal Scott, Fox News.
There is a crackdown on social media in Australia where it was announced today companies have cut off access to 4.7 million child accounts after a law passed last year banned anyone under 16 from having social media accounts. Facebook and others face hefty fines if they don't comply. On Wall Street, stock futures are rising ahead of the opening bell this hour. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Health officials warning residents flu activity surging across Champaign County with influenza, a driving spike in hospitalizations. Champaign-Urbana Public Health reports rising emergency room visits and statewide flu activity now considered high. Officials urging residents to get updated flu and COVID boosters, noting it takes about 2 weeks to become fully effective. University of Illinois Campus Recreation set a study on potentially renovating the campus ice arena complete after students voted to keep the 95-year-old facility alive 2 years ago. Justin Peterson, Executive Director of Campus Recreation, said the study was done by a group of architects and ice arena experts. Champaign-Urbana gearing up for its 10th annual Restaurant Week, running January 30th through February 7th. Organizers say the event's grown from just 17 restaurants a decade ago to more than 60 this year, offering everything from desserts to farm-to-table menus. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Okay, Friday, January 16.
At Cardinal Caravan Day.
Yeah, we are
I tried to push it on
it.
all our social medias. If you want to share and tag somebody and let them know, doors open at 11. We've got some raffle ticket sales supporting the America's 250th 4th of July party with Champaign County Freedom Celebration. And the Cardinals bring in tickets and Cardinal calendars and just all kinds of stuff. I bet there's like 50 prizes.
A lot of stuff. So
and that happens right after the noon program.
Lots
of
swag. Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking 11, 12, 13. So this is our 15th year?
15.
Because we started in 11, and that's when they won the World Series. And then
and we were at the Round Barn.
And I think we had John Jay and Daniel Descalzo were one of the early guys. Matt Adams. We've had a lot of good guys.
You and your trash talk.
All I said, it really wasn't. Daniel Descalzo and I are about the same height.
Right.
But he's a lot bigger.
But he doesn't know.
Anyway, I just said casually, jokingly, I said, man, I might be able to post you guys up. And that didn't go well.
Right.
It didn't go well. He said, not really.
Were you taking into account your Afro-style hair at that point, the height too, Anya?
Listen,
was that counting?
I was seriously 6'4" in high school.
Really?
With the tips of your hair.
Well, no,
yeah.
And the platform shoes.
Michael Jackson shoes were 3 inches.
Exactly.
And so I was legitimately 5'8", 5'9", so that's 6 feet. And the hair was at least 4 inches. At least 4.
I love that.
I might have been 6'5".
Okay.
So you
could have been hanging on those rims.
No, listen, it's I had the best afro in Champaign County.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. I don't know what that means, and I don't know if it's true. But I had a great afro.
We believe you.
The hair from the 70s. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's hair went past their shoulders. Mine happened to reach for the stars, okay?
And the mutton chops and
big old
The
sideburns.
leisure suit in my senior year picture.
I'm just thinking of my brothers Gary and Michael, and I always
their
thought
hair
they
down to their shoulders. Michael just had hair down to his shoulders.
I know.
I mean, so
They're
mine
so handsome.
You gave in to gravity. I didn't. Mine went up.
Okay.
Braces or no braces in that picture?
I didn't smile for 2 years because I had braces.
Yeah,
and then after we got them,
well, I smile, but
I never smiled at the braces. I just.
So when I had braces too in 8th grade or something, when you're introducing the staff and then get into the players, are you mentioning Kyle Tucker and 4-year, $240 million deal with the Dodgers?
With, of course, the Dodgers. You didn't mention that last hour of the team. I don't recall.
Yeah, because they sure need help.
Yeah, really.
I think if Kyle Tucker is completely healthy, and chances are he's going to miss some games, but I kind of calculated he'll get $100,000 per at bat.
Huh?
You're going to make $500,000 a game. Now you might strike out 10 times. You're going to make $1 million. 10 times will be $1 million.
That's crazy.
Congratulations. See if you can foul one off, Kyle.
Wow.
Anyway, it's
what if he lays down a sacrifice bunt? Another 100,000, right?
100,000. No, it doesn't matter what he does. And all that matters if he doesn't play is that he gets more per at bat because you have less at bats. I'm counting 600 at bats a season, 200 It's a 2,400 at-bats in 4 years.
I believe he's out
$240
much of June last year, so take that into the equation.
No, it's nutty.
Since he had a stop with the Chicago Cubs, he probably is familiar with Champaign-Urbana. Maybe he'd invest in our 250th anniversary party. I want the fireworks to be out of sight.
The problem is there's another 50,000 celebrations that are going to ask. But nobody will ask for Champaign County, Diane, but you. That'd be great. Let's do this thing, man.
I got my hand out. I want fireworks, man.
The MC of Champaign County.
There you go.
It is time for the weekend weather. Again, we're driving to a birthday party tomorrow in Chicago.
Oh, good.
Our little Josephine, 1-year-old birthday party. Excited about that. So, anyway, weather for our weekend, sir. What say you?
I say we have some snow showers and flurries across the area as we speak. Most of the real meat and potatoes so far, they're kind of over the western and southwestern end of Champaign County, just enough to kind of re-skiff the ground over with a coating in some spots, maybe a little more, approaching maybe half to 3/4 of an inch as you get down in and around Doa, areas west of Arcola, 57, and back towards areas east of about Decatur, and a nice little band coming through northern Ford and northwestern Iroquois right now. Everyone else in basically flurry mode, so this will wind down. We'll do it again this afternoon and just kind of a rinse and repeat with incrementally colder air setting up for the weekend. But we will moderate next week. We'll try to get some seasonal warmth, if you will, to our south. The cold air remains locked to the north, but that strengthens the jet west to east and then swings in from the southwest. So we got more action here with a little more winter weather action in mind later next week outside of this and away from this little skiff of stuff from time to time. Out the door this morning, 28 at Willard and Savoy. Later on today, temperatures will help from the treatment standpoint. Some melting and thawing already underway in some spots at 37, with again a couple of snow showers and flurries late this afternoon, early on this evening. But we will turn colder down to about 17 by tomorrow morning with a west wind tomorrow. Breezy and colder, same for the day on Sunday. Limited sun, a peak here and there, and a couple of snow showers and flurries will waffle on by. A little recoating at times. 22 tomorrow, 9 above on the low tomorrow night, up to 21 on Sunday. Even colder into early next week with highs of 14 on Monday, 23 on Tuesday. Single-digit lows there, by the way, but we'll moderate back into the 30s for highs with some light snow chances Wednesday and again Friday of next week. For CVT Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Atlanta women lose last night at Michigan. They were number 8, lost by about 16, 85-69. We play Minnesota. The guys are 11 a.m. tomorrow morning at State Farm Center. We're going to be big favorites. Yeah, I know, but again, this team is, dare I say, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been really even better since Nebraska, when Coach said the famous "that's on me," when he meant it's on you now. I'll see you at practice. 9 practices, and after that, we went from not so good defensively to number 5 in the nation over the last 5 games. We're number 3 offensively in America. We're ranked 13. So, what I don't have.
I just remember Marty Kropp and Gene Martin were my basketball coaches, and when they were, it was dimes is what they called the exercise when you go to the baseline and then the half court line. Baseline and you go and then you go baseline to the free throw line.
Yep.
Oh, I hated those.
Touch the stripe.
Yes. And we always, if somebody missed a bunch of free throws, we were doing a bunch of those.
Well, don't miss free throws.
I was sleeping through Mr. Ivaney's algebra class, and, he was a fellow Catholic at St. Pat's in Tolona with me, so he took me aside and said, what's going on? I'm like, basketball practice was really hard, Mr. Ivaney. And he's like, I might have to talk to your mom, Betty, and see if you want to give up that basketball.
Become a mathematician.
There you
Come
go.
on, man. No, there's nobody like Mr. Ivaney.
Absolutely.
He's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we play Minnesota. Then Wednesday we'll play Maryland in Champaign.
Okay.
6 p.m. And then Illinois on Saturday, January 24th, Brother Johnny's birthday, we'll go to Purdue.
Okay.
2 o'clock in the afternoon, sold out, screaming fans.
Okay, that might be a fun road trip for our fans.
Well,
wonder if we could
StubHub it because it's not available.
Oh.
You can't get a ticket.
Okay, never mind. I was on my Rockin' Express with Stephanie Pratt. We'll leave from Pia's.
Yeah, you can do that.
5 hours beforehand.
Go buy tickets somehow. I mean, you get the top row for $100 probably.
Man, I just love, supporting our Illini in any kind of way.
Tickets will be a problem on that one. And then we come home, play Washington. And then on February 1, we go to Nebraska. That's obviously
Oh, boy.
But we owe them. Northwestern, February 4, comes back here to play us. And then February 7, we go to Michigan State. So some tough roadies here coming up. Purdue, Nebraska, Michigan State, tough ones. Wisconsin beat Michigan at Michigan. They're coming to Champaign on February 10. The Hoosiers come on the 15th. They come here. And then we go to the West Coast, have a swing. We stay out there for about 5 days.
Okay.
Where we play USC and UCLA. And those aren't going to be super easy, right? And then February 27, Michigan comes to town.
Uh-huh.
And they're obviously great. And then we end the season home against Oregon.
Yes.
And then at Maryland. I mean, a lot of these games, folks, whether you're uncomfortable or comfortable, we're going to be big favorites, double-digit favorites on a whole bunch of these games. The ones at Nebraska, at Purdue, at Michigan State, home Michigan, obviously, those are the four that are going to be, but, we played before with UConn and Alabama and Tennessee and Missouri and all these other games we've had. And, with the big four that we played early, who'd we beat? We beat Tennessee, and I'm blanking out. We lost to UConn, lost to Alabama, beat Tennessee. And
we lost to Nebraska, right?
Yes, but there was another non-conference early that I can call up really fast. Yes, who was that? The fourth one that we,
Was it at home?
We beat Tennessee. We lost to UConn. Texas Tech. They were really good.
And that was like at the United Center?
No, it was here.
Okay.
It was here, 81-77. So we went 2-2 on the really big ones that got us two of our losses. And then when we lost to Nebraska, we didn't play well at all. And we still almost won that game. And Nebraska still is looking for their first loss. I mean, so they're real good. And right now, everybody says that Nebraska is trending toward a 2 and maybe a 1 seed in the NCAA. That's how good they are right now. They've got a lot more games to go, but they're just old, and we saw how good they were. The guy made a 3 to beat us. So Nebraska's good. We'll go out there and be really, really rocking. But we're at that level. We can play on the road, obviously. We're real good on the road. Now, we haven't played the premier teams on the road yet. So another couple of tests coming. But playing those first four tough non-conference, don't play them, they'll beat us kind of thing, we went 2-2. And I think if you look at those 3 games, Michigan State, Nebraska, Purdue, and then Michigan home, if you went 2-2 on that, you'd probably be happy.
Right.
That'd be pretty good. And so this is a really good team. And could we win them all? Yeah, you can win every game you play. This team can win every game they play. That's how upside this team is.
Right.
Just got to keep working at getting
keep
better.
Healthy.
Stay healthy. You have to stay healthy. I'm going to get...
we got this question that you asked, and we had some people texting in.
What did they say?
Well, Ryan had mentioned scuba suit.
What else did people say?
Shoot.
Anyway, the answer is scuba suit.
It was?
Yes.
Okay.
So what you do there is if it's not too prohibitive, Marcus Mariota.
Oh, here's pantyhose. Oh, that was
Joe Namath did that a long time ago.
Yeah.
To stay warm, they were putting on what you do for scuba diving. Okay, when you file that's amazing. Must work. But it does keep you warm.
It keeps the heat in.
If you file your tax return, Busey wants you to be aware of identity thieves. That's always a thing.
Yeah.
File early. Secure your Wi-Fi. Don't go to a public place. I wouldn't do that. Shred sensitive documents. You buy a shredder, not a lot of money.
I know.
They also have shred days. Busey wants you to know that if you secure your tax return by mailing it at a post office, don't put it in your mailbox. That's a little dangerous. Monitor your mail. Avoid scammers. Schemes are all over the place. If something feels funny, it might be funny. Be very careful. Remember, they'll never call you. IRS is very official on this.
Sure.
Just protect yourself. This is important. You don't want to go through the hassle of somebody stealing your identity. If you check in, they say you've already been filed. No, somebody might have done that. Busey wants you to be informed. You can go to the Information Security Center at Busey.com. Call Busey if you need any advice. Simply call them at 800-67-BUSEY. Busey, since 1868, member FDIC. Here is our meteorologist, Greg Solier.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. Still a string of these Clipper-style weather systems, albeit weak on the move over the next several days with a downward trend on temperatures, but they'll recover around here later next week. Mainly cloudy, breezy, not as cold as we move through the day today. A few slick spots and a little coating of that snowfall from the overnight hours will melt away. A couple of more snow showers and flurries, though, in spots this morning and back in this afternoon. 37 on the high. That'll help out a west-southwesterly wind. A couple of snow showers and flurries in spots early and again late night tonight, but a lesser chance. Colder on the overnight, though. West wind 17 for the low tomorrow. Breezy, colder snow shower or flurry in spots for the morning and late afternoon. Variably cloudy and 22. Bottoming out near 9 tomorrow night. Rather cold, partly sunny. Couple of snow flurries late in the day on Sunday. The high at 21. Snow flurries otherwise mostly sunny for the day on Monday. Cold 7 in the morning, 14 in the afternoon. Down into the lower single digits Tuesday with a high up to 23, but then we'll moderate into the 30s next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Demand for loans and financial services boosted PNC Financial's earnings in the recent quarter. They top forecast shares up more than 2.5%. PNC is based in Pittsburgh, but has expanded in Arizona and Colorado after completing its acquisition of First Bank earlier this month. M&T Bank shares are narrowly higher. It says earnings rose 16% last year, and its fundamentals remain strong. Analysts at Berenberg say the Wegovy pill could see sales of $1 billion this year. There were more than 3,000 prescriptions in the first 4 days of its launch. Topgolf Callaway brands will now be known as Callaway Golf Company. It has completed the majority sale of Topgolf Entertainment to Leonard Green and Partners. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
It's Will Kane Country.
The Somali community and fraud in Minnesota is the tip of the iceberg. This stuff is going on not just at the state level, but at the federal level. And economist Peter St. Onge just said, if we actually really cared and got our arms around fraud, you could reduce or do away with the income tax. I believe he has said for 50% of Americans. Why are we okay with stealing from the American taxpayer?
Get the podcast 5 days a week at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
In 1925, Bud and B. Reichert founded a small plumbing business in Urbana. Today, nearly 100 years later, A&R Mechanical is still thriving. A&R Mechanical believes in designing, building, and maintaining. As one of the largest and most innovative contractors in the Midwest, their team creates and sustains essential facility systems for iconic structures like the State Farm Center, the Memorial Stadium expansion, the Ubben Basketball Complex, the Smith Football Performance Center, along with baseball, softball, and the Demersion Indoor Golf Facility. I'm Jay Lehman, former Fighting Illini All-American linebacker. As a longtime Champaign-Urbana resident, I can assure you that A&R Mechanical and their contributions have been a cornerstone to this community. Congratulations, A&R Mechanical, on 100 years of dedication, innovation, and community spirit. Design, build, maintain. It's what they've done for nearly 100 years and what they'll continue to do for the next 100 years. A&R Mechanical, celebrating a century of excellence and service. Visit ar-mech.com for more details.
We have a New Year's resolution at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Oh, good idea, Paul.
We're going to pump you up
with savings this January. Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, I like it, but that line's already taken. Let's keep it simple. We have stainless steel French door refrigerators starting at $1,600 for the entire month of January.
How about shed those holiday pounds with savings at Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah, but does that really make sense?
Not really.
Let's just shoot straight. We have stainless steel interior dishwashers starting at $450 a pop.
How about we use this music to get the people moving?
Well, hey, copyright violation. That is a good tune, though. But let's not take away from the fact that we have electric and gas dryers starting at $479 and ranges at $549 a piece.
Hey, I got an idea.
Let's hear it.
Come on into Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, where our New Year's sale prices will last longer than your New Year's resolution.
That's actually pretty good and relatable.
Wow.
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
What is most important to you in your life?
This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
PDR Automotive in Urbana has been providing quality auto repair service for almost 50 years. Trusted by AAA Motor Club, PDR employs ASE certified technicians that use the latest in diagnostic equipment. They offer nationwide warranties and are even authorized to perform vehicle maintenance that won't void your factory warranty. Check them out 24/7 online at pdrauto.com. When you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481. They are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home basketball game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to State Farm Center. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
I'm flummoxed. We have only
Wait, what's flummoxed?
Flummoxed. I'm like stunned, surprised.
Okay.
Flummoxed, confused.
Okay.
We have like 7 or 8 games left.
I know. Yeah, when you were
home games, home basketball.
Yeah, when you were starting to rattle off some of them, I was looking at all the times, and this really is our last Saturday that we're looking at tomorrow at 11.
We just started football.
So
wow,
yeah,
what a fast year.
It's going so fast.
Seasons go
But
quickly.
you mentioned Wednesday at 6 against Maryland. I do like that start time.
No, way better. 8 o'clock is like
the last time we get at 6 o'clock.
Middle of the night, people.
Then January 4th, a Wednesday at 8, Northwestern.
Wait,
February 10th.
I'll be watching that at home. It's too late.
I
people.
know.
What do you think?
February 10th is a Tuesday at 7 against Wisconsin. February 15th is a noon start, a Sunday against Indiana.
That's big.
February 27th is a Friday night at 7 o'clock against Michigan.
That's a dandy, and we're going to see. And you know what?
Is.
I would not boo Merez Johnson. I would not do that. He's a fine young man.
Who used to be on our team.
But his dad said, my son doesn't sit on the bench. And guess what? He's not sitting on the bench at Michigan. He's starting every game. And Merez was a freshman. And he was coming in helping us. And but I sat with him for an hour and a half with Ben Quattrone. He's a super kid. I just don't like that. I mean, if, who's the kid? The freshman guy that left in January on us. He plays for UCLA now. Yeah, I don't like booing our guys. But that wasn't good. He left in the middle of the season.
I know.
Is that the women's game and then left the next day?
That's right.
You can't do that. Anyway.
I like that guy. What was that guy's name?
He was a freshman, supposed to be really, he's a good player.
Yeah.
But he's also been to 4 schools or something. Okay. Anyway, so Merez Johnson later in the season, I'll remind you, don't boo him. I know I can't control that, but I wouldn't do it. He's a good kid and a really good player. Okay. Is this? Kiki, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Diane Ducey just called you a star.
Yes,
wow.
I did.
Oh.
So tell me what you got going on this weekend, tomorrow.
Yeah, this weekend, downtown Champaign is hosting a Small Business 2.0. So we are giving businesses visitors another chance to come down and shop small this Saturday, the 17th, and just really support our local businesses down here. We have 40 different restaurants and retailers, and they offer some amazing things. And, with the winter coming early this year, it was really hard to get out during the storm. So we just want everyone to have a second chance to really come and shop small and support local businesses.
Kayla Johnson is Events and Program Specialist with the City of Champaign. And Champaign Center Partnership had their big parade of lights plans on, what was that, November 29th or 30th or something?
The 29th. Mm-hmm.
And it was supposed to be so great, Kiki. We had so many great plans with our Winterfest and things for the kids to do. And people were going to be popping around with their passport and giving punches. And the more punches that you get, the more chances to win these prize packs. So because we had the bad weather, that's why it's called Small Business Saturday 2.0.
2.0.
Tomorrow on the 17th as you shop downtown. Now, all the businesses have the passports. You just ask?
So the businesses, they have passports right at the front. All of the retailers, right at the front of the cash registers. You just pick one up and they'll stamp it or punch it as you go, and you just have to make sure that you return that passport to any downtown retailer by the end of your shopping trip so that we can incentivize you for coming downtown and give you those raffle tickets.
So the more stamps I have, the better chance I have at winning one of those prizes.
That's right.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, the 20th, we'll select our winner, and you'll have your information to contact you about these 4 prize packs. Let's talk about these bundles real quick. Kiki, what do we got?
Yes, so we have the Kids Adventure Pack bundle, which comes with a bicycle. It comes with a helmet, knee pads, comic books, some little snacks, and we have
Squishmallow.
Yes, a Squishmallow. And then for our kids' video game pack, we have a Pokemon game board worth $40 from Live Action Games. We have a Live Action Games gift card. We have another Squishmallow.
And a
we
TV.
have some more comic books and a TV, a 50-inch flat screen Vizio TV.
Right.
All of these prize packages are worth $200 each, but you get amazing things for that value. And then we have 2 adult baskets, and one is a sweater weather package that comes with some downtown retailer gift cards and for books. And then you've got some Jane Addams goodies in there, a tote bag, a book. You've got the lit goodies in there, the lit hat. Then you've got, I think we've got a lit gift card in there.
And vinyl
and some
records.
Other little goodies. We've got some vinyl records in there. Oh, yeah. And then for the final basket, it's like a cozy basket with all types of food and a sweater blanket and downtown gift cards for restaurants. We've got some cookbooks in there. So these are some really amazing bundles that we have prepared for our shoppers.
And I think a lot of mom and pops in here, right?
Absolutely. We want to support our downtown, midtown, and campus town businesses and get them, people shopping, especially with the students coming back. Maybe their parents are dropping them off, and you can come on downtown, midtown, or campus town, do some shopping, get these passports, get the punches going, and try to win one of these $200 value bundles. So thanks so much for all the details. Kayla Johnson with the City of Champaign. You're a rock star.
I thought her name was Kiki.
Well, I mean, that's kind of a nickname, right?
Kiki.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, because now we feel like Buddy is calling you Kiki.
Exactly.
Awesome. Listen, thanks for jumping on. Hope it's a smashing success. Hope people support downtown.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Have a good one. It's Small Business Saturday 2.0. It's tomorrow, and you can learn the details as you search online. Champaign Center has all the different digital platforms and things like that where all this is posted.
And when you go in and get a passport stamp, browse a little.
Yes, please.
Don't run right
Make
to
some purchases.
Yeah, buy some things if you see something.
So
but
many great
I bet
shops and
we'd all be
retailers.
illuminated if we did this. Because I don't know most of what you're talking
I feel like parking's free on the street, and of course the Hill Street parking deck is very easy.
Yeah, inside and all that. All right, 8:33, ESPN 93.5.
Fox News. I'm Therese Crowley. Minneapolis anti-ICE protest after dark. Try to tear down the fence around an ICE facility, but Patriot counter-protesters also showed up. A Latin Kings gang member arrested for looting federal weapons from an FBI vehicle the night before. As Border Czar Tom Homan follows the money, telling Fox.
There's a deep dive right now between HSI, IRS, and FBI. We know there's organized groups. We know there's funding. And we're doing a deep dive right now to identify them, follow the money, and find out who's organizing this, who's inciting the violence.
A Provo court hearing today for Charlie Kirk's accused assassin, trying to get the whole Utah County Attorney's Office disqualified from the case because one of the prosecutor's teenage sons was among thousands at the campus event when Kirk was shot and killed. America's listening to Fox News.
Let your local farmer's insurance agent, Michael Rumsey, put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now at Lands, it's a great time to buy a new Trane heating and cooling system. We are offering special financing or up to $1,500 off any qualifying Trane system. At Lands, we know what it takes to deliver exceptional comfort, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you are thinking of a new comfort system, now is the time to buy. And remember, it's hard to stop a Trane. I'm Troy Lands, and you can count on my company because you can count on me.
Here's a look at local news. University of Illinois Campus Recreation set a study on potentially renovating the campus ice arena complete after students voted to keep the 95-year-old facility alive 2 years ago. Justin Peterson, Executive Director of Campus Recreation, said the study was done by a group of architects and ice arena experts. Champaign-Urbana gearing up for its 10th annual Restaurant Week, running January 30th through February 7th. Organizers say the event's grown from just 17 restaurants a decade ago to more than 60 this year, offering everything from desserts to farm-to-table menus. Health officials warning residents flu activity surging across Champaign County with influenza, a driving spike in hospitalizations. Champaign-Urbana Public Health reports rising emergency room visits and statewide flu activity now considered high. Officials urging residents to get updated flu and COVID boosters, noting it takes about 2 weeks to become fully effective. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Still a string of these fast-moving Clipper-style weather systems for the next couple of days, but there'll be a general uptick in temperatures. Moderation expected in the second half of next week. Mainly cloudy, breezy, not as cold for the day today. Still a few slick spots and coming off that overnight coating of snowfall. Planned accordingly. Temperatures will help later on this afternoon up to 37. And once again, a couple of scattered snow showers or flurries are back in this afternoon. That west-southwesterly wind will turn westerly for tonight. Colder, down temperatures down around 17 with a lingering snow shower flurry early and late. Tomorrow, breezy, colder, variably cloudy skies up to 22 with, again, a snow shower flurry in a couple of spots both morning and late afternoon. West-northwesterly winds will bottom out tomorrow night to 9 above. Cold for the day on Sunday, partly sunny up to 21 and a few snow flurries late. Couple of snow flurries and a mostly sunny otherwise day's worth of weather for the day on Monday. The high near 14, that's it. Only to about 23 for the day on Tuesday. Single-digit lows there. Will moderate back into the 30s later next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Hi, this is Ross Craig with Philo Exchange Bank. Do you need a loan? When it comes to personal or commercial lending, experience matters. Philo Exchange Bank is a different kind of bank, with over 135 years of combined lending experience. Let us be your trusted partner. Unlike many other banks, our lending decisions are made quickly and efficiently within the walls of the bank.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
PDR Automotive in Urbana is a locally owned repair shop, and they've now serviced over 250,000 vehicles in their near 50-year history. Now, that's more than 4 times the size of a sold-out Memorial Stadium. It's more than all Division I athletes in the country combined. That's more than the entire population of Champaign County. That's more than, well, you get the idea. When you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481. They are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Well, we have cold conditions. Temperatures right in the, 28, 29, 30-ish, and we had a little snow overnight.
Go over on the right side of the Hilton Garden Inn.
Yep.
There at, Kirby and Neal Street.
Yeah,
and
most popular, most frequented intersections in Champaign.
Yes, it
Kirby
is.
and Neal.
And so you go towards the right. That's where the convention center side. The Ramada Inn. Someone asked me the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the
How
Ramada
many
Inn?
names have been there? That's also
I'm like,
connected to
Ramada
Uncle
Inn,
John's
that
and Aunt Sonia's.
I know.
I went to Uncle
I'm like,
John's.
Talk about Tony talk.
And then I went to Aunt Sonia's for years. How many broadcasts did I broadcast from Aunt Sonia's? A lot.
Nice. All those pancakes, Stevie
Oh,
J.
I love those pancakes.
Mhm.
Man, they were good.
So 11 o'clock doors open. It is a free event, but you'll want to get at least $1 for a chance to win some swag from the Cardinals and support our 250th anniversary of America with the Champaign County Freedom Celebration, selling tickets from 11 to 12. At 12 o'clock, you'll introduce our staff, including Curtis Allen and Evan
Yep,
Stone.
they'll be there.
If you haven't seen them before, you'll get to look at the boys in the afternoon and what you're enjoying. Boy, with Tim Onstad in yesterday, he had some compliments for the show. I just love hearing that, this new chapter and how well
they're
it's
doing great.
gone.
Yeah, they're doing great.
And so, of course, they're Cubs fans, and I asked them to wear red, but they all kind of...
No, but they're going to interview our guys.
Yes.
That'll be good show stuff.
The media is coming in at 11:30 when the players and the broadcaster and alumni arrive, and they are off in the back room there while we're getting things going, and then you'll introduce everybody at noon and get that program going. Really, it lasts till about a quarter till. If people are thinking, I want to do this during your lunch hour, please do.
You do have time.
Yeah.
Because we'll be in autograph lines by 12:45.
That's right.
And then they generally are out of there by 2.
Uh-huh.
And then they go to Bloomington. I think,
or Peoria.
Maybe it's Peoria.
Yeah.
Bloomington tomorrow. I don't think they're going to Decatur anymore.
Oh, really?
I think they normally stopped in Decatur. I did not see a Decatur stop unless I'm mistaken.
If you want more details and want to follow or pick different caravans, it's cardinals.com/caravan to find out more. We're caravan number 3 if you need more details.
We usually get fantastic people here, and we have, again, I think Chip Carey is great. He was here 2 years ago, and I really like Brad
Very
Thompson.
tall. He's an attractive guy.
He's
too.
like 6'5".
Very snappy dresser.
Very, very tall. Cool dude. Gave me his phone number and never called.
Darn it.
I just forgot. I want Chip Carey. I think I thought about it, and then I'm saying, oh, he's in L.A. You know, I have to find the time that's good for him because he's broadcasting every day.
Okay.
So I just never did, but I will reaffirm that we'll call him sometime. I'd love to do that. Benji Molina, I'm a fan.
Yes.
And that's Yachty's older brother.
Right. And was a catcher back in the day.
Back in the day.
And, you know, he's the one who said, we know we're going to get hurt. We know we're going to get dinged up back there behind the plate. But after the 6th.
Yeah, for whatever reason, he said the 6th one, then I get very angry.
I start to get mad.
Very mad. But it took 6. I mean, it's just a horrible position.
I know.
It was just a horrible.
Have you ever played it? I've played it twice, maybe.
Not baseball.
No, and this softball. And this is when I was a kid.
Okay, well, the baseball, when the ball's going pretty fast, I caught one time in practice and did not enjoy it.
No.
First of all, too much gear.
Yeah.
Second of all, too dangerous.
Yeah, and you can't see. And I was always afraid the batter was going to hit me.
Well, true that. so it's all part of it, but it's just the amount of danger for a professional catcher. First of all, your knees are going to go at some point.
Oh, yeah.
And second of all, when you're throwing 102 miles an hour, that's hard to catch. Plus, there's foul tips. And they have all this gear, but it doesn't work. They get dinged all the time.
I know it.
The force of the ball, I mean, when they hit the mask really hard, the ball, it shakes them. It's like almost concussion-like.
I mean, the ball's coming at 95 mile an hour.
At least. And now, 100 isn't that weird. It's just back in the day when you threw like Nolan Ryan was one of the best ever, and he threw like 95. And now it's like, okay, so what's news?
Yeah.
Everybody's throwing everybody throws 95.
Man.
Jacob, my son-in-law, said, everybody throws 95, but the problem is in Class A baseball, they don't know where it's going.
So get ready to move out of the way.
He sent a picture years ago of his foot. There's a foul tip. It was black and blue for a week. We don't think about that. A foul tip and the guy's kind of shaking up. That's black and blue for a week.
Wow.
At least, probably 3 weeks. You'll still. It's just that whole thing.
Right.
All right, 8:43.
So join us this afternoon.
Yeah, come on out. Quick check of the headlines for sports.
So what haven't we hit? Quarterback Dante Moore back with Oregon.
Well, Xavier Scott.
Yes.
That's a one that
returning for the 26th season.
he must have just announced. I was waiting for that. I think obviously he's an NFL type player, but being gone all this last year hurt his
Injured
stock.
in in week 3 and surgery on September 24th. So
we lost him before Indiana, and I think that it wouldn't have been 63-10. It might have been 45-10. But we lost all our guys, and everybody's hurt. It's just a weird game. But anyway, Xavier Scott is a leader, tremendous defensive back, and he's coming back. That's a big get. I'm so happy he's coming back.
That's right. And actually, speaking of college football, the playoffs are coming our way on Monday with number 10 Miami at 13-2 on the season against number 1 Indiana at 15-0. The topic last hour was who will play Kurt Signetti in this movie that's coming up.
I think of all the names we've received this morning, I kind of lean toward Billy Bob Thornton.
Because
he's
Keith's suggestion.
Really good actor. A really good actor.
I like Heather Glanzer's Dennis Quaid, too.
Dennis Quaid.
You need someone who has a good kind of scowl, resting face scowl, and doesn't smile
It'd be a pretty fun part to play because you could really figure out what he's like and talk to him a lot and stuff like that.
So, of course, national trends, including the headlines at the top of the hour about Kyle Tucker. He'll be 29 tomorrow, former Astros and Cubs. 4-year, $240 million to play with the LA Dodgers.
I think it's all time. It can't be. Well, Shohei's like a 10 or 20-year deal. I don't know.
You know, when I was reading the story, Tommy Edmond came up. He was on a Cardinal Caravan. I've got a selfie with him. He's coming off an ankle surgery.
Tommy Edmond was here in Champaign-Urbana, and I said, Tommy, the Cardinals wouldn't have made the playoffs without you. And he said, well, in fact, I had to cancel my wedding.
Oh.
His wedding was October 5th.
What?
And he was in AAA. So you're done by September 20 in AAA. So they schedule for October 5, and lo and behold, they bring up Tommy Edmond. He leads them to the playoffs. And I said, they wouldn't have made it. Well, he said, thank you very much. I said, what did you do? He said, well, we moved it to November 5th. But moving a wedding, that's a monolithic thing to move. That's not easy because everybody's not available on November 5.
Well, I know when Grace and Jacob had their baby in, mid-October, it was a relief because it was outside of the season.
Outside the season.
Everything just kind of fell into place with God's blessings on
exactly
all of that. Number 8, Michigan took down number 25, Illinois women's basketball yesterday, 85-69. Back in action Sunday at 2 at the State Farm Center. So come on out and don't wear any purple. My son Aiden, when we played Northwestern the other night, put on a purple shirt. I'm like, what are you doing?
8:46.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
In 1925, Bud and B. Reichert founded a small plumbing business in Urbana. Today, nearly 100 years later, A&R Mechanical is still thriving. A&R Mechanical believes in designing, building, and maintaining. As one of the largest and most innovative contractors in the Midwest, their team creates and sustains essential facility systems for iconic structures like the State Farm Center, the Memorial Stadium expansion, the Oven Basketball Complex, the Smith Football Performance Center, along with baseball, softball, and the Demersion Indoor Golf Facility. I'm Jay Lehman, former Fighting Illini All-American linebacker. As a longtime Champaign-Urbana resident, I can assure you that A&R Mechanical and their contributions have been a cornerstone to this community. Congratulations, A&R Mechanical, on 100 years of dedication, innovation, and community spirit. Design, build, maintain. It's what they've done for nearly 100 years and what they'll continue to do for the next 100 years. A&R Mechanical, celebrating a century of excellence and service. Visit ar-mech.com for more details.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home basketball game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to State Farm Center. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, and vicinity. Still a string of these Clipper-style weather systems, albeit weak on the move over the next several days with a downward trend on temperatures, but they'll recover around here later next week. Mainly cloudy, breezy, not as cold as we move through the day today. A few slick spots and a little coating of that snowfall from the overnight hours will melt away. A couple of more snow showers and flurries, though, in spots this morning and back in this afternoon. 37 on the high. That'll help out a west-southwesterly wind. A couple of snow showers and flurries in spots early and again late night tonight, but a lesser chance. Colder on the overnight, though. West wind 17 for the low tomorrow. Breezy, colder snow shower or flurry in spots for the morning and late afternoon. Variably cloudy in 22. Bottoming out near 9 tomorrow night. Rather cold, partly sunny. Couple of snow flurries late in the day on Sunday. The high at 21. Snow flurries otherwise mostly sunny for the day on Monday. Cold 7 in the morning, 14 in the afternoon. Down into the lower single digits Tuesday with a high up to 23, but then we'll moderate into the 30s next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Okay, you all remember Mike LaTulip? He was a player for Illinois. He didn't play a ton, but then he was whatever that tournament was where we had former Illini, and he was the coach of that, and they won it all. That was kind of, I don't know what that was. It's a number of years ago, but I think from a standpoint of commentary on Illinois, I think Mike LaTulip is about as good as it gets. I think he's tremendous. So he's on tons of podcasts.
He's 32 now.
Yeah, he's just real. I think really.
You know, it's, and I'm not.
Hold on. He's just really, really good. So let me see if I can. Is that the one?
Quietly.
Yeah, this is it. Mike LaTulip on Illinois, and he just says stuff that he doesn't generally jump up and down. He's very analytical, but I think he likes his team.
Quietly, they've jumped out to a 5-1 start in Big Ten play, and 4 out of those 6 games.
On the road.
4 out of their 6 Big Ten games have been on the road, and they're 4-0. And so, and I get it. It hasn't been against the top of the league, but if you want to contend for a league title, these are the ones you got to get, right? It's not about the head-to-head matchup with Michigan or the head-to-head matchup with Purdue. You got to take care of the bottom of the league, especially on the road. And they've done that. And I think, obviously, there's been a lot of talk about Keaton Wagler, and my God, he's just been a revelation for this team this year, and he's just been so even keel and calm and willing to accept all the responsibility thrown his way. They flipped him the keys after the UConn game at the end of November, and this team's taken off like a rocket ship. And so between him, between Mirkovic, some of their new pieces, that's obviously been a good boost. But coming into this year, your pillars, your foundation, it was Kylan Boswell and it was Tomislav Visic. And Kylan tonight, I thought, was a total warrior, setting the table when Keaton was out, but also like some of the offensive rebounds. He just, the back cuts, 13 points, 6 assists, 2 steals, and I think on top of that, he gets every night. He did with Cooper Flagg last year. He did with Danny Wolf. He guards the other team's best player, and he guarded Nick Martinelli tonight, and had that challenge on top of what he's got to do offensively. And then Tomislav, he's struggled to this point in the season. His usage has kind of gone down. His production's kind of followed. And so for him tonight to see 4 threes go through the net, they switched because they don't really believe in his ability to post them or hurt them in the post. He knocks down 4 of 10 threes, 4 or 5 around the rim. They've been ascending already. They're up to 5th in KenPom. And Tomislav's just now turning a corner. So I think it's scary what this Illinois team can continue to be on this trajectory.
I think it's scary what this Illinois team could be if they continue on this trajectory. So we're good. We're
Final
really
Four,
good.
baby. Let's go.
Well, I think people are thinking that and maybe even more. I mean, could this team win a national championship? I think so. I mean, it's that kind of upside where...
Don't jinx it, Stevie.
No, we always talk about stuff like that. I think sometimes you get a team and you say, boy, I hope we can make the second weekend. This team's good enough to make the second weekend for sure. Can you? I don't know. Could lose the first game. We know how it works. It's hard.
Looks like Mike LaTulip played about 10 years ago.
Yeah, no, he was
15,
a
16.
good player and everything.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't play a ton, but he was very good. But he's just smart. You can see how smart he is.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that the Fighting Illini have a team that could, and again, it's going to take a funky bounce. It's going to take a big three. It's going to take a steal. It's going to take those things. When you get in with the UConns and the Arizonas and stuff, what's the difference? They called a foul on you and you made 2 free throws. I mean, you got to get a little bit lucky to win a national championship because you're going to be in a close game, and then it depends. Stuff could happen. An appeal, hook and hold. I mean, all that. But this team, I'm just saying, it isn't like, gosh, I hope we make our threes. Everybody hopes they make their threes, but we don't have to. We can go to the rim. Going to the basket is far more powerful than making threes, because that opens up the threes if you can go to the basket. It's just the difference. So we're at a level we're going, yeah, I understand. We can get beat in the first game of Big Ten tournament, first game of the NCAA. Well, yes, of course. It happens all the time. However, the team is good enough to say, dang, our upside is high. A Final Four is possible. You got to stay healthy. You got to play well.
Yeah.
So, but again, make the Final Four, you're still going to have to get a poke steal. Somebody's going to have to do something.
Yep.
It's going to be close. That's how it works. Football, same thing, bad punt. Dang it, missed the field goal. Oh, can't do that. You just have to have all the things kind of line up. Okay.
Could this be the year?
We could make a really fun March for all of us, maybe into April. But again, it's just, what if somebody gets hurt? I mean, 1 or 2 like that and you're done, right?
Yep.
As far as those kind of dreams. But every coach and every player, everybody has the same thing. You just got to get better, play well, hope a couple of bounces go your way, and that's how you can get her done.
Illinois, Minnesota, tomorrow at 11 at the State Farm Center. Bears on Sunday night at 5:30, taking on the LA Rams from Soldier Field.
All right, Neil and Kirby, 11 a.m. doors open. Cardinal Caravan. Diane will be there.
Yes.
I'll be there. Evan will be there. So will Curtis. So we'll be there. I will introduce them before we bring all the Cardinals out and then talk to the St. Louis Cardinals today at the Hilton Garden Inn between probably 12 and 1:30ish. Okay, Diane.
We'll see you then.
See you there.
Enjoy your weekend.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed weekend.
We have a New Year's resolution at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Oh, good idea, Paul.
We're going to pump you up
with savings this January. Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, I like it, but that line's already taken. Let's keep it simple. We have stainless steel French door refrigerators starting at $1,600 for the entire month of January.
How about shed those holiday pounds with savings at Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah, but does that really make sense?
Not really.
Let's just shoot straight. We have stainless steel interior dishwashers starting at $450 a pop.
How about we use this music to get the people moving?
Well, hey, copyright violation. That is a good tune, though. But let's not take away from the fact that we have electric and gas dryers starting at $479 and ranges at $549 a piece.
Hey, I got an idea.
Let's hear it.
Come on into Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, where our New Year's sale prices will last longer than your New Year's resolution.
That's actually pretty good and relatable.
Wow.
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
The great loud venues in college basketball.
Don't miss your chance to cheer on Fighting Illini basketball this season.
Back, this place an absolute powder.
It is. Talk about tough buildings, right?
We need all of Illini Nation to help us defend State Farm Center.
Boswell left hand and one.
Great seat locations are still available for you to see Illinois basketball live this season. Get your tickets today at fightingillini.com.
Why use Land's Underground Solutions? We have the team, the technology, the tools, and the most experienced team in the industry.
Hi, it's Wes from Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Our mission at Land's is to provide top-tier service, prioritize our customers with upfront pricing, and maintain exceptional communication. We assure you at Land's we will only recommend what you truly need, from regular maintenance on your home's mechanical systems with the Land's Comfort family to replacement of existing equipment. Now would be a great time to consider updating your HVAC system. Visit us at landsinc.com.
New year, new you. But what about that mountain of junk? Start fresh with 2 men in a junk truck. We'll swoop in like clutter superheroes, furniture, boxes, appliances, you name it, gone. No stress, no heavy lifting, just more room to breathe. Garage disaster? Back bedroom chaos? We've seen it all, and we'll haul it all. So kick off the year with space that feels brand new. Book today at 2meninajuncktruck.com. 2 men in a junk truck. Junk removal made simple and way less awkward than asking your brother-in-law for help.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
You've heard about the doggy bag, right? From Bulldog Disposal Muhammad, a 6 cubic yard canvas bag that can be used for easy cleanup instead of a big dumpster. The one-time use bag is now available and you can save the delivery charge. Get the doggy bag at Do It Best Hardware in Champaign at 107 West Springfield. So fill up the bag, call Bulldog Disposal, have it disposed of, and you'll be organized. Go to bulldoggybag.com for all the details. That's bulldoggybag.com. When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.